what's up? How is life? How are you doing? Good, I hope. This week, I thought we would reminisce a little bit and talk about some board games I used to play when I was a child. And let's see if you also played them. I'm sure you did because they were very popular. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games that I used to play as I was a child. So yeah, these are board games. And let's get started. So first and foremost, my absolute favorite board game ever, Candyland. I absolutely loved that game. I also had a computer version of it, and I absolutely loved it. And then I lost it, which is really sad. But now I don't think that CD would be compatible to the computers of today because it's just too old. But still, it was a great game. Next up is Guess Who. This was one of my favorites to play. I don't know why, I guess I just liked guessing or whatever, but it was pretty fun. Next up is Life. This one was okay. Like, I liked playing it better than some games, but I feel like it was just too long for my young Megan attention span, but I still absolutely love it now. Clue. Ooh, I absolutely loved Clue. My sister introduced me to the movie Clue, which, fun fact, was based on the board game, if you didn't know that. And yeah, I just loved playing Clue. I think we also had a computer game of Clue, which was also one of my favorites. I always had to be Scarlet because my favorite color is red, and I just loved that game. Next up is Monopoly. Now, I like playing Monopoly. It's fun sometimes. It's just a really long game, and it's a lot to do with like money and big spender moves, and I like the various versions of Monopoly. Like, I have an Elvis version, but it's not the first board game that I would pick up and play because it can last for hours and it can make people mad at you. I'm not saying it's a bad board game, it's just not my favorite. Next up is Connect 4. I absolutely loved playing this game. I liked beating my dad or my sister, or my mom, whether they let me win or I won on my own, who knows. But I loved this game and I still do. Next up is Twister. I really liked playing this game. I don't know why. I'm not as bendy as I used to be, I guess. So I haven't played it in a really long time, honestly, but I do really want to try Paint Twister. That sounds super fun. Next up is Operation. I wasn't the biggest fan because I couldn't always get it out straight. But it's a good game. It's a nice concept. Next up is Hungry Hungry Hippos. I absolutely loved this when I was a child. I don't think my mom did though, because it's all the little balls everywhere, and we had animals, and yeah. But Hungry Hippos is a very good game. Ooh, next up is Mousetrap. That's an oldie but a goodie. There's just too much setup for it. I feel like it's a good game. It's just not one that I would reach for now. Maybe occasionally when I want to feel nostalgic. Ooh, next up is Trouble. I liked Trouble. I liked pressing the dice in the middle that it makes the weird sound and it's in the plastic. I liked that. So yeah. Next up is Sorry. That was one of my favorites. My babysitter had a Pokemon one and I always had to be Misty. And we also had a computer version of that one too, and it was amazing and I loved it. Uno is next. I loved Uno. I hated when I lost, but it's a really fun game and I still play it today. Next up is Hi Ho Cherry-O, which is one of my mom's favorites. If you don't know what that is, you just you spin a thingy and then you pick how many cherries, and whoever has the first one to have an empty cherry tree wins. Then lastly is Cranium. I loved this game. I had the kids' Cranium, but my family would not play with me. They'd play with me sometimes, but after a while they just wouldn't. That was probably my top 5 favorite games as a child. But yeah, that was my 15 favorite games, or 15 games that I played when I was a child, board games. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite board games were to play when you were a child. Subscribe if you like this video, or like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I post videos every Friday at 4, so I hope to see you next week. Bye guys!